Hi, my name is Molly Biggs, and I chose The Invisible Boy to read to the class. I chose this book because all of us have felt invisible at times, and The Invisible Boy showed the importance of including everyone and also showed that those who feel invisible can do things to help themselves too. When everyone is kind to each other, you enjoy being at school more, and you are more engaged in the learning process. Okay, class. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Miss Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Nathan has problems with what Miss Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first, then the best friends of the best players, then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. Class, have you ever felt left out? Talk to your right shoulder partner and tell them how that made you feel. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, adds Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, says Madison. Everybody did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. Hands up if you have never been invited to a classmate's party. And how did that make you feel? At choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at his table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings, space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. That would be an awesome superpower to have. On Monday morning, Miss Carlotti introduces Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopstick. What's that? Asks Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. What? Bulgogi. It's a Korean barbecued beef my grandma made for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat burger-G. And all the kids laugh. All of them. That is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. Now, class, what do you think would be worse? Getting laughed at or feeling invisible? The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. And here we have Justin. It looks like Brian wrote to Justin that he thought the bulgogi looked very good. As you can see, he drew himself with chopsticks eating it, and he says, yum. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. Hey, Justin, Amelia calls from the tetherball court. You're up next. Sorry, I gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. Back in class, Miss Carlotti asked the kids to team up in twos or threes for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads towards Justin. I'm already with Justin, says Emilio. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Miss Carlotti said we can have up to 3 people in our group. We're only 2. Come on, Emilio. Let him work with us. It looks like Emilio says, okay. Miss Carlotti gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in the photograph. Use your imagination and have fun, Miss Carlotti's telling the kids. Wow, cool, says Emilio. What kind of people do you think live in the houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles as he takes out his lucky pen. It looks like we have here pictures of the 3 boys working together, working on their project, showing excellent teamwork. You see that? It's lunchtime again, Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else, but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin, waving him over. Emilio nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not so invisible after all. And kids, what did you notice about Brian throughout this book, about his coloring? Go ahead and talk to your left shoulder partner and discuss what you found out. Thank you.